Hi guys, I'm Jacqueline. I'm 1 week post-comp, so I think it's about time for a little bit of reflection. So this is my trophy. I achieved third place in the Masters Figure category. Masters Figure is for women over 40. So at the age of 50, that puts me 10 years over some of the other competitors. But until they introduce a senior Masters Figure category, that's the best category for me, said slightly tongue-in-cheek. So I'm very pleased with my win, but I'm very pleased also not to be going to the British finals this year. So last year it was a great learning curve for me to go and be part of that competition, but I don't need to go through that process again this year. What's going to be much more beneficial for me now is to take some time out, get right back into serious training, get right back there in the trenches in terms of my diet, and have a longer period over which to gain and make progress. So that's what I'm interested in doing now. So I'm not a trophy hunter. I see no benefit in going from competition to competition this year in the search of a title or a trophy. I don't need to do that. I'm much more interested in making some real gains, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So the BNBF Southern Championship is definitely the competition for me. It takes place in my hometown, so I'm very happy to wait a year, make some real progress and come back and hit this same competition again, and hopefully with a new improved package. And competing isn't the real pinnacle for me. For me, it's just about having a means by which to measure my progress. I liken it a little bit to when I was doing a lot of running races, and with a race and a race time I was able to chart my progress, if you like, and see where I was in terms of my cardiovascular fitness and my endurance training, so it became a means by which to measure my progress. You have to be a little bit careful about judging and measuring progress in a sport that is essentially aesthetic. So you just have to bear that in mind as well, and also that judges' opinions do vary, and judges even within the same competition and the same federation, but at least you have a panel of judges. So bearing that in mind, these are my own personal opinions on it, but don't compete unless your head is really screwed on the right way. So if you will be destroyed by not placing, then don't compete. If you have really poor self-esteem, then don't compete. If you're a slightly jealous person or prone to envy, a little bit insecure, then don't compete. And if you're chasing fame and glory, again I'd say don't compete. And if you can't commit to the process in terms of training and diet, day in, day out, week in, week out, regardless of holidays, birthdays and other commitments, then don't compete, because you will be required to give 100% dedication to this sport. So why do I compete? Well, I compete because it gives me a definite training goal to focus on. It adds real meaning to my training. It motivates me. It gets me out of bed and gets me into the gym at times when maybe I don't feel quite like it. So it's a really powerful motivating tool, and it's also a means by which I can chart my progress, although I say that with caution because it is a subjective sport. It's very important for my long-term health, and I totally believe that, because being strong as we age, creating strong muscles and structures in the body is something that's really, really important, and that's another reason why I compete. So essentially, it's the best thing I can do for my long-term health. So I've joked about a senior Masters Figure competition, but I'm well aware there is a time limit on this, at which point does it become unseemly, if you like, for a woman over 50 to be on stage in her bikini. Did we pass that point some time ago and I failed to recognise it? I don't know. But what I don't want to do is put myself in a box, and what I don't want to do is impose limits on myself and what is capable and what is not capable by having a narrow view. So I'm open-minded. I'm going to take this as far as I can take it. So as well as believing this is really important for my own health, I believe it's really important to shine a light, if you like, for other people so they can see the way. to inspire people, to make people question whether actually I could do this, even if they don't want to compete, but they can take a serious look at their health and do something about it for their long-term benefit. So my message is, hey, if I can do this, you can do it too. You don't have to compete, but you do need to take some serious responsibility for your own health. So my message is there, go out, have a go. Why not? Lots of love.